citrate is used more for constipation problems. You guys got that? So don't get a bunch of magnesium citrate, okay? And call us up like, I don't know, I keep pooping. And got the wrong one, okay? So there's a bunch of different forms of magnesium, okay? So if you want things that actually help the nervous system, for calming, for sleep, okay, that's a magnesium glycinate, okay? That's the one that we use at our house as well. Glycinate. And we have that at our office as well. Yeah. I got you, girl. I got you. You're good. So it helps out the nerves. Magnesium really helps out nerves. You have nerve problems as well. Yes, ma'am?
What's the recommended dosage for that?
Again, depends on what you're trying to do. Okay, so if you're trying to if you're anxiety ridden, anxiousness kind of person, for magnesium glycinate, you might just do 200 milligrams a day, right? If you're having a sleep problem and anxiousness, anxiety, you get a calming effect, maybe you do 200 in the morning and 200 before you go to bed. Okay, so maybe 400 a day. So it kind of depends on where you're trying to do what kind
So
of.
you recommend taking it every day or as you feel?
Every day.
Okay.
Every day, yep. Good.
Now that's a good idea to take your 400 once a day.
Right, so you must split it up. Split it up. Yes, ma'am.
In case I use the capsules, in case they're powder form, can you break the powder and put it in the water or the pill?
For sure, that's what we have powder at our house. So I actually take a powder, put it as lemon flavoring, right? And I put a little bit of water, stir it up, and just do it. There's also council form. We have a council form in our office. That's a lot easier for most people, right? But I do a lot of times other things in my water. I stir it all up, put things in there. But that's what I do. So there's powder form and it's also council form. Okay. Very good there? Yeah.
Are there any brand names like in the magnesium and the vitamin D3
Yep,
that
so-
are better?
So the one in our office that's capsule form is called Douglas Labs. That is the best quality, okay, with no junk in it, for a good cost that I could find to have in our office. Okay, so that's how I look at things, what's a good quality, no junk in it, good dosage amounts, and a good price. Okay, because some of these things you'll buy this $80 a bottle for something, or some are $10, right? Well, the $8 one is marketed, high inflated, right? The $10 guy is this junky synthetic, right? Your body's not absorbing it, okay? So you have to kind of get in the middle. So I think the ones that we sell in our office is $30 a bottle with that. So it's kind of not the crazy cost. It's not the cheap one you can buy at Walmart, right? But it's kind of kind of middle, but it's good quality for best bang for your buck for quality per capsule. Way I look at it. Yeah.
So nature makes them look
No, I don't go to Walmart for my health, so, yeah, not being mean right now, right, but you guys can understand that, okay? So, again, the reason why is it's called bioavailability, okay? When you take those capsules of the ingredients in your body, what percentage of that is your body able to break down and use, okay? That's called bioavailability, okay? It's like the B12. And if you get a B12 from Walmart, a lot of times it's going to be cyanocobalamin, okay? Which is the cheapest, most synthetic form of B12. It still says B12 on it, but you got to look at the form on how it's made, okay? The methyl version is the best way, okay? The best version of B12, okay? So that's also important to know. It's a lot to know, right? You can't know it all. Okay? That's why there's a lot of research. You gotta kind of dig down to the weeds and kind of figure things out. Okay?
No, I think just what you expressed there is actually what a lot of people feel like. It's overwhelming and it's a lot of stuff. And I gotta take this every day, and yet we're okay to take our prescriptions every day. You're told, right? And it's more expensive. The good stuff is more expensive. One thing that I love about what we do in the office and what we're not used to is you go to a doctor's office and you've got 15 minutes and then you don't see him again for 6 months. So you got to get all your information and you got to soak it all in. But when you're coming into the office or when you're actually a part of wellness, it's a journey. And you should learn something new every time. And you should get better every day. You're not gonna get it all in one day, and you can't change everything overnight, and you can't, but it's a path that you're walking, right? So it's not a one-stop shop, and you should have support. And you should be able to ask questions, and if we don't know, we get the answers, but it's a relationship and it's a journey. And that's how I think it should be, to actually, we're all getting well together. And as things change, we change together. But it can feel like a lot, and so a lot of times people are like, I just can't do that. That's just too much, you know, like, so, but don't feel that way, because it's worth the journey, the end result.
You did awesome. I'm proud of you. Yes,
You said about B12 is the good version, the methyl version?
methyl.
And the bad version is the
Cyano. C-Y-A-N-O.
That's the bad one. That's the bad here.
It's about 11:20 right now.
I know. I think you were the same.
Spell the M one. I
Oh,
want to know.
methyl, M-E-T-H-Y-L. It should say that at the very beginning.
Okay. Yeah, and are these FDA regulated and all that stuff, and is that important?
They're supplements, they're not FDA regulated. FDA only regulates prescription medications.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why they always have a little statement on there, it's not regulated or whatever, for treating, diagnosing, whatever it says for FDA. Yeah, so all supplements have that. Now, that's why you wanna get better quality brands that have been, you know, they have all the compliances, right, the inspections and testing, right, third-party testing. That's why you wanna get better quality brands that have that as well.
Have you ever noticed in magnesium, if you break open the capsule or crush the pill, there's this grit in there, and it doesn't dissolve.
Okay, so remember, so a lot of supplements have what's called fillers, okay? They call it flow agents, right? So when they're actually producing and putting things in the capsules, they have to have, because some ingredients are sticky, all right? So naturally they're sticky, right? And so they have to put these flow agents into it, so usually natural like rice or magnesium stearate or something like that, right? That they use, so that might be part of it. I'm not really sure which
Is
one.
that not bad when you swallow it? It doesn't dissolve. I've tried.
I don't know which one you have, what
Oh, okay.
the filler is, so.
I have an appointment with you.
Okay, so I'm not really sure, like, but yeah, so, you know, the ones that we try to get more organic, natural type things or whole food based, they don't have the negative fillers, so some of the fillers are not very good for you, right? Like the silicon dioxides and, you know, there's other things like that, you want to make sure that you don't have a bunch of that, because it's still naturally occurring, but you want to get better quality type fillers if you have choice. So you might have like, you know, magnesium, but then also you gotta look at inactive ingredients, right? That's what you also gotta read those, okay? All right, yes ma'am.
Is it a good thing that sometimes the capsules tell you, you do not open them, do you take them, you know, the way they are, or yes, you can open it and put it in the water or put it in the juice?
This says don't
Is
open,
it-
I wouldn't open it.
No, but I'm saying that the fact that it says that, is that sometimes a good thing or sometimes not such a good thing?
Well, it's telling it's fast acting, so it needs to go in your stomach and dissolve naturally, open up, okay? If you open it up and just put it in the water, right, it's probably all at one time, and that's probably an overdosing type situation if I had to guess. Okay, I don't know, but if it says don't open it up, don't open it up.
But
Yeah.
that's
It's a slow, must be like a slow release capsule or something like that, right? So I wouldn't open it up. Follow that instruction.
Are you gonna do the very last page?
Yeah, I'm trying to get there, yeah. I'm trying. I keep seeing these things happen too. Okay. Rebecca's telling me that prime, I see them like, I'm trying, I promise, okay? Okay, so the next one, okay, is mushrooms, all right? Mushrooms, I've been in a lot of great research right now on mushrooms. Certain mushrooms have a lot of different healing processes, right? For brain health, lion's mane mushroom, 1,000 milligrams a day, very, very, very important. we have in our office, okay? There we go. Lion's mane mushroom. Lion's mane, yes ma'am.
Can you just keep the regular mushroom?
Of course you can. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, even better, right? Yes. So now you also got to think, like, remember, the goal is to get 1,000 milligrams. They've seen in the research, 1,000 milligrams of the lion's mane has seen positive changes in brain health. Okay, so that's called neurogenesis, where your brain's actually healing itself. Okay. So now I'm not sure how many mushrooms or how many ounces or pounds get to 1,000, because this is all concentrated, right? So you have to do that math maybe. Reishi mushrooms, right, is great for stress. Turkey-tailed mushrooms, great for support immune system. Okay, so there's a lot of different mushrooms out there for certain different things. Now in our office, there you go. Okay, we have actually a supplement that actually has all these different types in one supplement as well. Great. So we have some of those. It makes it easier for people, because to have all these go in the store and buying it, you probably spend way more money buying the real thing and eating them. We actually we have a bunch of woods where we live, and we actually walk through our woods, and there's turkey-tailed mushrooms growing on the dead logs. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool. So Rebecca's like, does it taste good?
It's woody.
It's woody.
It tastes like a woody mushroom.
Yeah, so it's not like a portobello mushroom, it's different, right? Okay.
You have to know what you're doing.
Okay. So mushrooms are a little get get the right ones. There's a lot of great research. You guys can also, of course, Google and do some real research about which ones are out there as well. But just these are kind of just helping you out. We can do a whole class on mushrooms alone, but we're not doing it today. Okay. The next one is called sound frequency therapy. Okay, 432 hertz and 5 neural beats. Okay. So this is also for brain health and also for your immune system and overall health. And so 432 hertz is the same sound frequency as Earth's vibration energy as well. Okay, so it goes back to what's called grounding, right? Okay, so that's been shown to reduce tension and stress. On the way here, what do we do today? 432 hertz in my truck. Okay, so what's that? No visor. Yes. Yep. So is it okay if I play just a few moments of it? Okay. So you guys can kind of hear it. So you guys can just close your eyes for a second.
Yeah, sorry about that. Somebody was complaining that someone was digging in the woods. You didn't see anybody digging.
Have you been here?
It's weird, we had our eyes closed. Thank you.
Yeah, in the woods. Okay,
That changes all, isn't it? So if you have your eyes closed and relaxing, and just taking natural, easy breaths, that's what I want you to do. Okay, open your eyes. Now, if you actually did that for like half an hour, right? And if you actually breathing, right? And you actually just had a nice breathing, and you actually had not a phone next to your right, or very far away, and more surrounding-wise, you'll hear different little beats there, little tones, and different expressions of that sound, and that's what's the calming part. It's relaxing. You'll breathe better. It's really important. I know a couple of times ago we talked about box breathing, right? You know, breathing in 4 seconds, holding 4 seconds, breathing out 4 seconds. You know, just that kind of concept, right? Work your way up to 8 seconds each time. That's going to calm things down. If you do the breathing, you have like that kind of nice, easy sound frequencies happening even a couple minutes a day, it will calm you down. And there's no medication for that, right?
Can you get that on the website?
You can, this is on YouTube, so you can get this on YouTube as well. You can type in 432 hertz sounds, okay? So you can do YouTube, you can do brain tap. There's a lot of different things you can do, right? So just for kind of calming music for the brain.
I like to listen to 943 on TV.
Okay.
It's called Soundscape.
There you go.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, rainfall, right? Waterfalls, ocean waves, all that stuff is important, okay? So you know how it is, like, we've all been to the beach, right? We walk on sand, we listen to the ocean waves. Do you feel stressed out?
No.
We go hiking in the woods, like up in the mountains, right? And there's these streams, I can visualize right now, there's 2 streams I cross every single time. And what I always do, feet in the stream, right? And I sit there on a rock and I just listen and just hang out there for half an hour. It's relaxing. No, about 4 hours less. Okay? That's my special spot. You can't take that. You get your spot. And the last thing is called grounding. This is part of all this we're just talking about right now. Okay, so getting outside, natural ground, get your feet in the grass, get your feet in the sand, get your feet in the soil, right? Kind of get back to earth, if you will, right? And how Earth has a natural electric charge, okay, which is kind of wild, right? No one ever thinks about this, okay? But so when we're actually, skin on it, we're actually in part of it, we actually helps out the free radicals in our body. It's been proven over and over and over through research, okay? So the closer you can get to the earth, right? So you actually walking around the beach, walking around in your garden, on your grass, right? It's actually healing. Get that nice sunshine. It's a very, very healing part, okay? So those are some natural therapies to help out. Did I give you guys some good ideas today?
Yeah.
Take good stuff, okay? I kind of worried with today was a little different, okay? It wasn't as much education, it was more kind of step-by-step type things. So good, okay? So, 2 things. Number 1, if you have any senior groups, any churches that we can be a part of, please let me know. I'm looking to fill up my calendar here for the next 3 months. We have a couple openings at different times, and I like to be able to serve. I love teaching. We love being part of that mission. So anything we can do to be a part of your community, please let us know. If you want to come in afterwards and talk to me, I can write name and number down, and we can get together with that. And number 2, if you'd like to make an appointment in the office, you see Miss Rebecca, like always, right? We have our current special right now for our seniors in Chesapeake. It's only $52 to come in the office for the full workup, right? Examination, x-rays. That first day is approximately about 2 hours of time. Okay, so it is not a quickie, 7-minute thing. We actually spend quite a bit of time. Right? Mr. David there was this past week as well, so it does take some time to do that. And then you come back in, we actually go over results and give any recommendations that person might need. Okay, so I'd like to see Ms. Rebecca, or Rebecca, you have anything to add there? Nope. Okay. No, she's
You
looking
can
at
give
time.
me any time. I don't know how
Okay.
you expect to be.
I don't know. My chatterbox today, sorry. So we had a lot of these come up today, so I had
That's
to
good.
answer.
I love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
question.
Good. All right. So any questions before we leave? We're good.
Adding needle therapy to your.
What is it?
Do you ever think about adding needle therapy to your lineup?
Needle. I don't know what that means. What's the name of that? Okay, I don't know what that means.
Dry needling?
Dry needle, Tony?
Yeah.
Okay,
same
sorry.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody certified in that. I don't have anybody else that's certified in that. All right.